Ayumi and I rushed to Megumi's neighborhood. Looked around the area, but Megumi was nowhere to be found, and no one had seen her. Where on earth would she have gone? I didn't have any ideas. So I took Ayumi's suggestion and headed to Minami Daisan Junior High School. Of course, at this time of night, there weren't any students around. Yep, everyone's long gone by this point. Hey, you two! Hey, there are a couple kids here. Excuse me? Hey, don't freak out! Oh, it's you! I'm sorry I startled you, I just wanted to ask you a few questions. Well, you're just in time! What do you mean? A kid at Graham School who says he's in the same class as Megumi, he said he saw Megumi running in her pajamas. Apparently she wouldn't respond to anyone, but got the sense she was headed toward the bus stop. Bus stop? Which one? Japan has a great public transit system. That doesn't narrow things down at all. The one by the school. It's kind of dark back there. The principal said to never go there alone at night. Bus stop's near the pump station too. Do you think that's where Megumi could be headed? Oh no! Oh, and there's one more thing! Basachi, I mean Mr. Fukuyama, I just saw him looking really freaked out. He asked if we'd seen Megumi. We told him the same thing we told you. Then he ran off the opposite direction of the bus stop. Well, that's strange behavior. Mr. Fukuyama can get so worried at his students. I'm afraid he can miss what's happening around him. One time he accidentally ran into a rice paddy and fell into the mud. He was covered in it. Okay, that's a lovely little story. But back to the matter at hand. Yes, I might be in trouble tonight. There are a whole lot of rice paddies around here. Aren't we in like well, we're not in downtown Tokyo. We're in like a... But like, we're right next to... Are there really rice paddies right next to schools? Is that how Japan does their agriculture? Okay, I'll keep a lookout for Mr. Fukuyama too. Thank you both very much. It's getting dark, so be careful on your way home. Will do. Okay, wait, who are you? Unimportant. Yumi, let's hurry. Yeah, let's go. Thank you again, both of you. Yumi, look, it's Kuze and Kamihara. Everyone's here? What the... Huh? Oh, the kid! The kid! And Fukuyama. So that must be Megumi. It looks like she's okay. Thank goodness. I'm relieved that Megumi is safe, after all. But she looks pretty upset. She's crying in Mr. Fukuyama's arms. She's still in her pajamas, like those kids said. She clearly ran away spontaneously. So why did she come here? Urisuke's body was found. Is that guy snoozing? Well. Megumi. So what possessed you to pull that stunt? Megumi regained her composure by the time we reached the police station. But she still wouldn't say anything to anyone. We're getting nowhere. It's so quiet. Everyone is watching Megumi. And she looks really uncomfortable with the attention. Let's examine. Let's take a look at her. She seems restless. Being surrounded by detectives will do that to you, but I think there's something else. Maybe she just doesn't want to talk to the police. Hey, Kuze, so what do you make of this situation? Detective Kuze. Would you mind if I tried talking to her? You? Sure, fine. Good evening, Megumi. My name is Suzero. Or Suzero. It must be... I wrote the name! How do I not know how to pronounce it? It's Suzero, I guess. Suzero. It's nice to meet you. I might not look like it, but I'm a private detective. Huh? Kind of amazing, right? I'm not that much older than you. If you talk to me, you could brag about it at school. Don't quit your day job, man. Comedy ain't for you. I guess that's a no. And neither is interviewing suspects, apparently. Too bad, my boy detective. Damn it, I thought it'd be easier for her to talk to me since I'm closer to her age. I can't get her to talk. So much for that plan. You know, maybe a young woman could get the job done. What is it? Since Megumi won't say anything, what do you think we should do? How do you feel about me talking to Megumi, Suzero? Do you think that'd work? I mean, I just tried. I'm not a cop or a guy. That might help put her at ease. What do you think? Yeah, you're right. Give it a shot. Let's see. Okay, here it goes. Detective Kuze, would you allow me to speak with Megumi? And you are... I should have introduced myself earlier. I'm Yumi Tachibana of the Itsugi Detective Agency. I think it's a good idea. It might be easier for Megumi to talk to than to us. Please? Okay. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Megumi. Megumi just kind of shut down the day Isuki died. She hasn't even spoken to her mother since then. Let's think about that. The day before Megumi stopped going to school. That is the same day Isuki died. Something happened to her. But if she wouldn't tell her own mother, then why would she tell me, a complete stranger? Let's examine. Megumi. Megumi acts like she doesn't have anything to talk about, but she also seems kind of fidgety and restless. Interesting. Let's think about this. Speaking of being fidgety, I'll use my phone. Now's not the time to be making phone calls. Sorry, I thought I could fidget with the dial pad or something. Let's take a look at the surroundings in general. Let's think about this. So you're big and fidgety for some reason. We will look at Fukuyama. Speaking of fidgeting, whenever we talk about Megumi, Fukuyama gets a bit... Actually seems different toward her today. He's watching her closely, but with genuine concern. What is it, Tachibana? Is there something on my face? Oh, I see. You need my help, eh, Tachibana? Huh? Huh? You know this lady, Mr. Fukuyama? Megumi, Mr. Fukuyama was my senpai when we were in middle school. Your senpai? Yes, Megumi Tachibana and I went to the same school. She was a few grades below me. And she's also a very good detective. She's working on Iesuke's case. Iesuke? I know, Tachibana. She will catch the culprit, I assure you. I will? So, you see, you can just tell Tachibana everything you know. You understand, Megumi? Come on. Come on. Just between us girls. So, Megumi. I've heard so much about you from your mom. And I know you're suffering right now. I know what operates like I know everything, but... I know you've been going through a lot of scary, painful, and difficult feelings alone, Megumi. I guess I'm wondering if you feel like you've done all you can do by yourself. Family, the detectives, and Mr. Fukuyama. They're all here because they want to help you. That's why I'm here too. Detective. You don't have to do this all on your own. We're all here to help you, so you don't have to go through any more hard times alone. That's all we want. I'd be so happy if you could talk to me. Well, now that we got that out of your system, please, we need your help with this investigation. Megumi, you can take it slow, it's okay. I loved him. I really loved him. I love Mr. Fukuyama. What? That's not really what's at issue here. What? What? No, I mean, that's... It isn't... Megumi, did this man do anything to you? Yeah, I'm saying that as a joke, but honestly, it's probably a serious question to ask, because right now, Mr. Fukuyama, he's such a good teacher, he's so kind, dependable, and cool. That's why I fell in love with him. Okay. That's also why. The day before, that's why I had Mr. Fukuyama meet me on the rooftop. I finally told him how I felt. I like you, Mr. Fukuyama. I mean, I love you. Will you go out with me? Please? Megami, no. Hold on, you can't just suddenly. Don't you like me, too? Or do you hate me? No, it's... You don't see the problem here? Megami, words like love and like have different meanings at different times. Love, well, it's a big word. And like is, well, answer my question. Okay. Megami, you're just in love with love. It's really common at your age. What do you mean I'm in love with the idea of love? You'll understand one day, when you've grown up. Don't treat me like a child! Said the middle schooler. No, I'm not treating you like a child. Am I? Stop it! Enough! Megami! I didn't know what to do. I ran into school and Eisuke, are you listening? No, not really. Okay. Wait. You're up here with the teacher, huh? I can't believe it. I knew you were listening. Yeah, I heard you. Not like I wanted to hear something like that, believe me. Oh, what's your problem? You're the worst. Worse than you? This is none of your business. How is it none of my business? I don't care. Shit, what the hell is your problem? You know what? I'm gonna tell everyone what I heard. Everyone, that's a promise. Oh, yeah? Tell everybody if he wants. People just love and eavesdrop and gossip, don't they? Oh, you're so gross. I bet you're not worried because you're about to go to a better school. If everyone here thinks you're a creep, it don't matter when you're done with this school. Yes. I'm sad you saw me like that. And that you heard all those things I said. I'm so ashamed. I want to die. Well, that escalated. I didn't know about any of that. I'm sorry. So very sorry. Amy, I'll take it from here. Okay, yeah, please. So, I guess you probably regret that last interaction with this Yusuke. Megumi. I could say anything to Yusuke, and I ended up saying the worst things I could think of. I realized that Yusuke liked me. Instead of, Yusuke was so sweet and kind to me. Yusuke? I'm sorry, Yusuke. I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's been really hard. I know. Detective Kuze. She's really showing a sweet side here. It's easy to see how she empathizes with Megumi. Of everyone, Detective Kuze is probably the one who can help Megumi the most. She knows the kind of pain that Megumi is going through right now. Thank you, ma'am. Are you feeling a little better? Yes, a little. So that must be why you stayed home from school the next day. Yeah, I thought I should apologize to Yusuke. And then it turned out I never can. My mom answered the phone and she told me she had Yusuke died. Is that? When I heard that Yusuke had died, I worried he had killed himself. I thought it was because I said horrible things to him. Well, by all accounts, he was murdered, so... I know it doesn't necessarily make things better, but... It definitely wasn't your fault, if that's what you're worried about. I thought Yusuke died because of me. I thought... I don't want to see anybody. I couldn't even eat anymore. I felt like I was going to die too. Any observations? Yusuke took what I said. Well, he didn't though. It's been a few days. Last night Yusuke was in my dreams. Said you're not acting like yourself. woke up, I thought I'm hurting Isuke right now, too. And that's what brought you out of your room? Yeah, yeah. And when the TV was on, I just found out that Isuke didn't commit suicide. He was killed by the smiling man. What? I thought maybe I'd done something even worse. Even worse? What could that be? I was so scared I couldn't take it anymore. Something even worse. What does she mean, something even worse? I've done something even worse. Well, what had you done to him? I'm sure Isuke was killed by the smiling man. Well, what was the something worse, though? What makes you think that Isuke was killed by the smiling man? And what is this even worse thing you mentioned? Maybe Isuke was over there, all by himself, crying. I said so many bad things to Isuke. I made him sad. The smiling man showed up and killed him. I did a terrible thing. I like urban legends and stuff, so I know about the smiling man. That's why I'm worried. Souls of people killed by the smiling man can't get to heaven. They can't? How did we come by this information? Did we do like a, double-blind scientific test or something? Or, like, I'm not saying it's not the case, but, like, what's the evidence? No, I don't do something. Isuke will not make it to heaven. I have to recite the spell. I mean, if that'll help you be more at peace, I don't see the harm, I guess. There's a spell now. Okay, so what's the spell? Can you tell me more about this spell? When someone dies, everyone they're close to is really sad, right? Typically how death works, yeah. One of those people recites a spell at the murder scene that the smiling man will appear. Why would you want that? Well, I know that spell. Okay, and how does this help? Smiling man will come. Isuke will be able to get into heaven, and the spell will keep me safe. So I had to go there. So did you actually perform the spell? Or did we stop you before then? That's quite a spell. So you went to the pumping station. Is that all this was about? Megumi, you... I see. Where they found Isuke? Going to wait there for the smiling man and practice the spell. I forgot the words. Well, that's typically a pretty big part of spells. I'm not really a professional or expert on spells, but that's the impression I get at least. It's dark and scary and cold. I tried so hard to remember the words for Isuke. But I just couldn't remember them. So I think I was so pathetic. I started thinking of Isuke. I was so sad and lonely that I started crying. And Smiling man showed up. Really? What? What? Are you serious? And you're still alive, though. How'd that happen? I'm so scared. The driver so just screamed. I just felt it. I screwed up. Hiske can't go to heaven because of me. Sorry, Hiske. I'm sorry I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. Hiske.
僕と先輩が到着した時、ちょうど彼女の悲鳴
I heard her scream just as we arrived.
慌てて
Ran towards her, but I didn't see anyone suspicious.
特に不審者の姿は見えず、結局
Just her and Mr. Fukuyama at the scene.
しかいなかった。ポンプ場の裏は
There's a small spot at the back of the station where someone might be able to squeeze through.
彼女の前に現れたやつは
So whoever she saw might have gone that way.
うまく逃げたんだろうな。
神
Tommy, bring me the item, please.
了解っす。
Understood. Was the smiling man wearing a paper bag like this? Yes, he had the same face drawn on his. And this was different from what I've seen in books or on TV, but this is it. This was his face. Well, that seals it. We can't ignore the connection to the murders from 18 years ago. Does this mean the smiling man is actually real? Hopefully not. How do you bring an urban legend to justice? It's getting late. Great work today, Ayumi. Right back at you. A lot of surprises today, huh? Yeah, I still can't believe that the smiling man really showed up in front of Megumi. Who is he? Why did he come to her? Well, let's wrap up today's investigation. Alright, yeah. Let's review this. We finally figured out what Megumi was, or why Megumi was absent the day Isuki Sasaki was found. Isuki saw Megumi confessing her love to Mr. Fukuyama, and he heard Mr. Fukuyama explain that he didn't feel the same way. Then Isuki called her out for her behavior. She was so frustrated and embarrassed that she took it out on Isuke, her closest friend. Isuke must have been stunned. He seems to have liked Megumi as more than a friend. Yep, that's why she thought that she was the reason he died. She thought maybe he'd killed himself. She locked herself in a room since the other day he was found. Convinced till today that he had killed himself because of her. Today, though, something changed her mind. And that was... what she saw on the talk show. It's what she saw on the talk show, right? That show featured the urban legend of the Smiling Man. And they talked about Isuke's case without getting very specific. That's why Megumi thought Isuke was killed by the Smiling Man, right? After watching the show, Megumi went to the crime scene looking to meet the Smiling Man. What Megumi wanted to do there was recite a spell. Recite a spell. She thought she needed to recite the spell so Isuke could get to heaven. She was so convinced the story was true that she couldn't stay home any longer. Poor girl. Then at the crime scene, the smiling man appeared. Yeah. I can't imagine who it could have been. Yeah, the event... Cause... Like, it could just be a coincidence of like, oh, the smiling man happens to be here while she's there. Or they found out she was getting there. Now, she was running probably pretty conspicuously, so any random passerby that she passed on the way there could probably piece together like, oh, that's a kid that's gonna be on their own that I could, like, murder or something. But that's the other strange thing. She didn't get murdered. Why appear, show yourself, and leave a witness if you're the smiling man? Unless maybe other people are like flocking to the scene too quickly for you to get away with it and do the deed? But it seems like it's someone involved in Isuke's murder because it's like the keyword from your notebook that you believe is the correct answer. Gotcha. Well, because the smiling man has a paper bag on his head with a smiling face. I don't think it has anything to do with that. Right, the smiling man Megumi saw and the paper bag Isuke was wearing. That's what I was just talking about! Was that the same face drawn on it? Okay, I mean... I guess that's slightly more specific, but... Anyways. What not seen in reports on the urban legend. I have to say, the case developed quite a lot in just one day. Just for the record, let's recap what we've learned. Good idea, let's do that. On the day Isuke's body was found, Megumi missed school. She was upset because Isuke had overheard her confessing her feelings to... yeah, this guy. That's right. Now, since Megumi wasn't at school that day, she learned about Isuke's death from... well, I guess from her mother, which would be Hiromi Morimoto. Yes, the school contacted her mother, and she was the one to break it to Megumi. When her mother told her what had happened, Megumi assumed that Isuke's death was a suicide. See, now that's what separates CMeeCraft from the other people on this platform. I'm willing to say suicide. Oh, hold on. I've spelled it. There, yeah. Yeah, it comes to mind. I don't typically have to write suicide. That look. So it's Sue. It's not two U's. That's ridiculous. Unless suicide just isn't an autocomplete. I don't know. There. A suicide. That's not true, is it? Wait, think about it some more. And she assumed death was such a thing. Sue. It's not a word I need to spell in the regular. Suicide. Yeah. Okay, okay, I'm not going crazy. It's just not. Why isn't suicide an autocomplete? That could sound really bad out of context. Don't clip that out of context. Yeah, it's understandable for her to think that, given what happened to the day before. Megumi locked herself in her room and wouldn't talk to her. I will say, the text parser is very precise. Or, not really precise, it's very particular. Like, I would think, if I'm making the text parser for this game, if suicide is a valid answer, a suicide should also be a valid answer, if only because it's more grammatically correct for that sentence. I think they're probably equally grammatically correct. Anyways, Megumi locked herself in her room and wouldn't talk to anyone. But this morning, she finally started to come around. She decided to try and be more positive after Isuke appeared in her dream and encouraged her. But after Megumi saw the TV show about urban legends, she began to think that Sasuke was killed by the missing man. No, the smiling man. That's right. Megumi knew about the urban legend of the smiling man. So she tried to recite a spell that she believed would let Isuke get into heaven. So she went alone to where Isuke's body was found and waited for the smiling man. And then right in front of her, blank appeared. The smiling man, yet again. That sounds unbelievable, but it seems it's true. Isuke was found wearing a paper bag over his head, the same kind as the victims from 18 years ago. Tonight, someone wearing a bag with the same smiling face was spotted where Isuke was found. And the face on both bags was different from the ones commonly associated with the urban legend. Does that mean the person Megumi saw tonight might be the same killer as 18 years ago? There's no way to know at this stage. Two separate cases, 18 years apart. They must be connected, but how? Oh, this case is getting more and more complicated. Let's both do our best to solve it. Of course, I'm counting on you, Ayumi. That's everything for now. Are you still going to visit the police station tomorrow? Yeah, I'm going to go ask Inspector Kamada about the person of interest who disappeared 18 years ago. What are your plans for tomorrow, Ayumi? I'm going to check on Megumi. Hope she's been able to calm down a bit. If you get to see her, tell her I said hello. And thank her for doing her best to talk to us. Okay, will do. Say, I wonder when Mr. Utsuki will be back. He disappears like this all the time. Maybe he's the smiling man. Nah, that's unlikely.